Hi, welcome again. I'm Kay, and this is Konnect with Kay. Thanks for tuning in. By the way, I don't always look like this. Sometimes like that, but mostly like that. Either way, again, I thank you for coming to check out my channel and watching my videos. As you can see, I'm all over the place. I talk about all kinds of things, and we push through it together. But above all else, I like to have fun. So, you'll see me have some fun doing some things I like to do and having some serious but also fun conversations as well. You'll see me travel and navigate this thing called life. Mostly, and most importantly, I'm still learning, so I don't always jump when I should. But when I'm pushed, I usually land in success. And for that, I'm grateful. So, come along for this crazy ride and learn a little bit about my life. And again, thanks for watching Konnect with Kay.
What's up? It's been a minute since we kicked it, Jory. You're a star, love. Today is the day. That's right. Today is the day. Today is the day of my first video. Today is the day that I went out on a limb, and today is the day that I did something that I said I've been going to do, and I have not yet did it. But today that changes, because today I am doing it. And I encourage you to do the same. I'm gonna, through this journey, talk about some obstacles that I've faced and some challenges that I've had to hurdle over. But I have been, Drake, aggressive. But like I said, I'm gonna be talking about some challenges that I've overcome. I'm gonna talk about some fears that I've had, because people have this weird feeling that like I've just been fearless all my life, and that is not the truth at all. It's not even like the smallest bit of the truth. So this will be our space to kind of talk about that, to dive into that, to look at that, and to break that, right? That's not okay. Okay? We gotta jump. And sometimes when you don't jump, you gotta make sure you're surrounded by people who are gonna keep pushing and push and push and push, right? So this will be our space to do that. So you guys are gonna get to know a little bit about me, and hopefully along the way I'll get to know a little bit about you guys as well. After you guys get to chill with me and connect with Kay, all I ask is that you like, comment, and subscribe. I've always wanted to say that in a context that makes sense, and this does, because I'll say it at any time, right? People be like, have a good day. Like, comment, and subscribe. You. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm serious about that. But I'm glad that I get to say it in a context that actually makes sense. So today I'm going to be doing kind of like my introduction to you guys. For those who do not know me, my name is Kayleen, but you can call me Kay. You know, let's get comfortable here. You can call me Kay, all right? And this is your opportunity to connect with me. So today we're probably gonna do a lot of collecting, because I think I just said collecting, and I meant connecting. Today we're gonna do a lot of connecting, because this will be the what do you want to know about Kay episode. So I, on my social media, which I will put in this video, I'll put it probably like somewhere right here or right there. That's kind of like the same place, or right there, or right there, or just right there, probably right there. I'll put my social media so you guys can interact and also answer questions that I'll be asking during the week before I actually record, and you guys will get to participate in those things. So this week I asked, what do people want to know about me? And also kind of what people wanted to talk about. So for the introduction, that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna be answering some questions that people had, and then I will also be talking about some of the upcoming topics and some topics that you guys have suggested to talk about. So we'll start with questions that people had for me. How old are you? I am 24 years old. I will be 25 very soon here in August. Yay. And yeah. Where are you from? I originally hail from Detroit, Michigan. And about halfway through my life, I moved to a little pink-a-dink place called Bowling Green, Ohio. And then I've been in that general area since, so. What's my biggest fear? My biggest fear, besides things like spiders, eggs, my biggest fear. Fear. I know, and that probably sounds weird, but my biggest fear, honestly, is fear, because I know what fear can do, right? So I think that there's two sides of fear. Fear can either push you into doing something great, or fear can inhibit you from experiencing something great. And that's scary to me. The idea that an emotion that I can allow myself to get wrapped up in can stop me from the greatness that's mine. So fear. I am afraid of fear. But lately, when I've been experiencing fear, like doing this, like participating in what I'm doing right now, I've just been kicking its you know what. So fear, my biggest fear, which sounds weird when I like say it like that. But next, do you ever have a bad day? Do I? What? Do you ever have bad days? If so, how do you push through? I think anyone who believes that, not only myself, but anyone for that matter, just has good days all the time. Crack? Is it crack you smoke? It's gotta be. But no, I do have bad days sometimes. And how do I push through? I surround myself with a tribe of people that want to see me happy, and I want the same for them. So when I'm not, they are invested in that. And vice versa, the same for them. So that's one thing. And then also I pray. And that's generally how I get through my bad times, but also understanding that like bad times don't last always. So however I'm feeling right now could very well be a temporary feeling, and it's not something that's going to last all the time. Also, I'm a spoken word artist, so I write. Actually, some of my best pieces have come from like bad days. So, I mean, I write when I have good days too, but a lot of my pieces have come from that too. And I think those are sometimes the most relatable ones, because sometimes we can relate more to a bad day than we can a good day. So yeah. What is your favorite book to read? So here's the thing about books, right? I only read them if they can capture my attention in like the first, like 2 pages. Like I remember I was in like elementary school. Maybe I wasn't. Maybe I was in like middle school. And there was this book called So Be It. It turned out to be an amazing book. I don't know the author. Maybe I'll look it up before I post this and I'll put the information in here. But like, I don't know the author, but the book was called So Be It. And it took me like 11 years to read this book. And I'm really not exaggerating, because it seemed like it was a book that was so hard to get into. But like once I started reading it, I literally like legit was under my covers at night, like with a flashlight, like trying to read the book. Seriously. But for me, books have to just like, you have to dive right in. You have to dive right in. Right, I'm working on it though. I am working on it. Me and my best friends right now are reading a book together. And not that it's not a good book, because it is. But like, even when I want to stop reading it, because I think like I could be doing anything. That's how I convince myself to do other stuff. I could do anything right now. Like, why would I be doing this? When even it could be something that's like good, like reading a book. But we meet every Tuesday night and we talk about what we read. And I think they'll be able to tell if I didn't read it, if I don't have anything to say. So I have to keep reading it. So that's what keeps me going. But yeah, so we're reading right now. So Be It, that book that I read in elementary school, currently is my favorite book. Because have I read many since then? Not if you don't count Laffy Taffy comics. So What do you do? Believe it or not, I know, because it's like, goofy girl. But believe it or not, I am a therapist. So that is what I do. That's what I do. Yeah, what did you want to be when you were younger? And are you doing it now? So no, I'm not doing it now. This is not what I wanted to be when I was younger. When I was younger, I wanted to be a pediatrician. Honestly, not because I wanted to like care for kids at all, to be honest. It was because my pediatrician was an awesome, amazing, absolutely great person. And I was like, I want to be like you. And she had my last name. And so I was like, I want to be like you. And so I just kept saying like, I wanted to be a pediatrician. I wanted to be a pediatrician. And then as I got older and I had the opportunity to work with kids, and also I have, for the most part, a pretty strong immune system, and kids don't. And when they come around, they bring all their creepy crawlies, and the idea of like, I hate being sick, to be honest. Like, I really hate it. It feels like it feels like death. And so the idea of mixing like kids and then sick kids was like, I'll never do that, ever. Oh, that's not good, okay? This is not good. So time out on the questions. I started this smoothie cleanse thing. It's for 10 days. So I drink smoothies for breakfast, lunch, sun, moon, night, and day. And we'll see what happens at the end of it. I guess I can keep you guys updated on that. But a part of it is in the morning that I have to drink this like detox tea that tastes like, I don't know, sadness. So that is what that's about. That tastes like sadness. Yeah. I also will sip my tea on that. So the next question, moving on, is why are you so pretty? Well, usually a mommy and a daddy get together, and I like to think that the best parts of them come together, especially in my case, to make a being such as myself. What is your proudest accomplishment? That's a really good question. Stumped me. Let me think. What is my proudest accomplishments? Like, when was I most proud of myself? One of my proudest accomplishments was, one of them was when I was an undergrad. I had the opportunity to work with one of my peers to award another one of my peers, so like a student that I went to school with a scholarship. So we awarded a $1,700 scholarship, and I think that's one of my proudest accomplishments because it was something that I thought I couldn't do. Like, yeah, it just sounded so, far-fetched and so like out of this world, but I think it's one of my proudest accomplishments because I allowed that portion of it to fuel me. So I allowed the part that was like, this isn't something that you, like, who's doing that? Like, who does that, right? Like, to be honest, my school didn't really back me that much. They were on some like, And then I had like older people that I knew that were like, why don't you wait till you graduate? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? And I just was so proud because not only were we able to pull it off, but we got so much support from doing it. And that kind of like aggressive nature that I had to take on in accomplishing that, I've been able to apply that same work ethic and tenacity and like go-get-itness, that's not a word, but go-get-itness to other things. And they have panned out to be literally, if not more, equally as successful. So yes, that's one of my proudest accomplishments to date. Yeah. What motivates you to work hard? Two things. One, my mother. Two, my grandmother. My mother, because she has been a trailblazer in our family. So like before her, the whole like go to college thing, you know, go do something, that wasn't like a really big thing. And she started that kind of thing, and I've seen the way that it has made ripples in my family. And so that is another thing that really really motivates me to work hard, because I want to make her proud. I'm her firstborn, you know, the first seed, you know, the first tree, the first, you know. So I really want to make her proud. And then I say my grandma, because my grandma grew up in a different time. Okay? Honey, a different time. A different time. And some of the things that she's been able to see me do and my mom do are like groundbreaking for her. Those are things that in her time nobody was doing, or no one, you know, people were told they couldn't do. And so I feel like with every accomplishment that we make, it teaches her something new about what's possible. So that's another thing that motivates me to really work hard, because I want to show her that just because it's different than what you experience doesn't mean it's not possible. So yeah. So those are the two things that make me work hard. What is your favorite thing about your career? On a daily basis, I get to help people that have been counted out. People that have been like counted out count on me to like make stuff happen. And my favorite part about that is what they don't understand is I'm not making anything happen. It's all you. So that's my favorite part. Next question. So what do you want to know about me? Everything. Okay, so that's a lot. Next question. Some of these I'm not answering. Some of these, you guys, I just want to take a moment to say that when I say you can ask me a question, and you start just saying ludicrous things, that just won't get answered. But now moving on. Have you always been this strong, and how do you stay strong in this crazy life? That's a good question. Have I always been this strong? No, I haven't, and I'm not always strong. I think that that's like a common misconception, is that people are strong all the time. And I think like in this world of social media and everything, we get to show only parts of who we are. And nobody really wants to talk about like when they're weak all the time. But yes, I do have moments of weakness. I do have times when I am not as strong as I appear. And the second part was, how do I stay strong in this crazy life? I surround myself with a lot of supports and people who I know genuinely and really care about me. And we kind of feed off of each other. I'm also a firm believer in the Lord Jesus Christ, who died on the cross for my sins, okay? And yours too. But yeah, I keep faith that there is a greater plan for me, and that nothing I go through, whether it be a good time or a bad time, is in vain, and they all work together for the betterment and good of my life. So that's how I remain strong, but I'm not strong all the time. Of course, I have slip-ups and times where I feel weak and I need to lean on my support system and things like that. But in times of strength, that is how I do it. So that is, that's that on that. Yeah. And until we meet again, thank you guys for chilling with me and hanging out and connecting with Kay. Until next time, be blessed, and be beautiful. Bye. So I am so appreciative of you guys tuning in. Wow, it's like there's more spices or something at the bottom of this. It's making that kind of like, you know, you chew like Winter Fresh gum and then you drink some water and it's like, yeah, it's like doing that. And are there a list of ingredients? It's like spicy, but it's not hot. I don't know how to explain it. It's like maybe cinnamon? I don't know. Whatever it is, doesn't matter. Either way, I thank you guys for tuning in and listening to me. Hello. Oh. Hey, feeling alone. Hey, feeling alone. Welcome to my channel. This is Konnect with K, and I am K.